Thursday, April 27th, market analysis, Stan Ehrlich. Good morning. Kind of late to do the recording today, 10:30, but we've been having a fairly strong rally. We're up 6 points on the S&P 500 at the moment, a little stronger than I would have expected, considering yesterday was a new low and a new low close for almost a month. So we may have had some rather friendly fundamental news. Not sure yet, nor do I really care. It's all about money management, remember? So we're up in an area of resistance, and I don't see any change in technicals that is consequential enough to turn me even neutral to bullish. So I'm looking for this rally to stop real quickly in this ballpark price range and start to turn back down again very, very soon. And I'm pulling up the full daily chart here for the last year and a half, 2 years. You can see the bear market for 2022 ending October 13th, which was the bottom of the stock market in many, many, many different ways. And we caught it with our ER buy signals. Now, just because I'm getting a pretty darn strong day does not mean I'm going to change my mind about the market coming down to 397.96 area to close a gap. There's still a gap there. Can't change that. And I still think we're going to go down there and close the gap. This bout of strength at the moment is just a little bit more than I was expecting. So it needs to stop. I don't want any upside follow through, or I'm going to have to change my mind. I didn't get any buy signals at the bottom. I didn't get oversold. I came close. I mentioned that yesterday, but I wasn't expecting this much strength this quickly. All right, so be it. Let's look at DIA here in a moment and see what strength we've got in that Dow Jones 30 index. We're just a little bit above yesterday's high. So was the S&P. We're at resistance again. And I remind you that there was a sell signal approximately a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that was great. And it made some very good money, especially yesterday and the day before yesterday. So we're either out or your profits, which you still have, are diminishing. And you should be getting out or thinking about it. That's for damn sure. Never let a profitable trade, but you have to have a certain amount of profit, turn to a loss. Little rule of thumb. Okay, I'm looking for it to fail as far as this rally is concerned and turn down. Right now, we are sitting at essentially high and last, and that's exactly correct. And the spider is now up to 410.5. High and last. 337 almost on the DIA, high and last. And the QQQs are up 777, lucky number, at 319.65 and high and last. You realize that if the Qs stopped right here, it would be the third highest close since October 13th. A lot more strength than I would have expected, but still no breakouts. Let's see how this pans out. We're also getting extremely overbought on a very short-term 1-minute basis here, shooting up. This has the earmarks of a little bit of a blow off top on a very short-term basis. Okay, let's go look at the futures markets now. And this is the S&P, same as the SPY. Still looking for the rally to stop and turn back down again and get lower than yesterday's low on a closing basis to get down to close some old gaps. Now, there's no gaps in the spider because it's open at different hours than the SPY. So the E-mini, I meant, doesn't have any gaps to close. Next chart, USD. Between a rock and a hard spot here. Do we have a last shoulder high yesterday and the day before? Almost looks like it. It's up against major resistance. You got a shoulder, maybe too soon to tell. On March 20th, the top of the market's right up against resistance on April 6th. And yesterday would be the last rally high for the last shoulder, and that's April 26th. The neckline would almost be flat at 129 and a few ticks. The minimum downside objective, just eyeballing this real quick, would be in the neighborhood of the previous lows, 124. That looks like a possible legitimate story. The timing looks about right. The prices look about right. The formation looks pretty good. You got everything here that you need. I'll draw on the neckline tomorrow. Next, 10-year notes. Not the same thing, but a form of. The first rally high happens to be the highest one. The middle one's supposed to be, if it's a head and shoulder top. It's not. So you've got a little double top formation instead. Nevertheless, support held, and you're now turning back down. This sideways trading range should have the same kind of downside objective near the lows made in late February, early March, which still would not change the bigger picture. Long-term bottom forming, looking for a major bottom in the weeks and months to come. Next chart. Crude oil hit resistance, got overbought. Now the gap is closed. I talked about closing this gap and maybe a little bit more weeks ago. It did it. All right, now what? You're almost oversold, close enough for government work. No offense. And you're starting to rally a little bit in an area of support in general. This could be it. This could be the beginning of the next rally up. Next chart. Heating oil. Similar commentary. Major support. Testing this dashed green line, the best since I have brought this to your attention months ago. And it's oversold at the same time it's testing support. Prime territory for a rally. Maybe only up to about 2.5. That looks about right for the moment. Then we'll see if it turns down again. We caught the top of the market back on January 24th. We caught almost the high day on November 8th. We caught the top of the market back on June 17th of 22. I think this is going to break down soon, not necessarily in the next couple of days. I'm looking for a little bounce first. But in the next couple of weeks or sooner, below the first green line, and the second one is a major long-term bearish breakout. Next chart. Natural gas. Sideways, a little uninteresting at the moment. Long-term bear trend. Probably will start to make new lows sometime relatively soon. Next. Gold, silver, and platinum. We caught the lows back in February and March. All three of them. You can see the green bullish engulfing smack dab at the first low of a double bottom, and it is the lowest low on February 28th. But it's having a lot of problems here in the last several weeks. It may be forming a top. I can't say that definitively at this particular point. It's holding support. It's not going up enough to get through resistance. It's developing into some sort of trading range. No comment. Let's see what happens for breakout potentials. Next, there is a possible head and shoulder top building in the silver. I started talking about this 3 days ago. It is not acting like a head and shoulder top. I am now going to eliminate the neckline and the minimum downside objective and these arch marks that marked the potential shoulders. You went twice now below the neckline, day before yesterday and today, and didn't so far stay below the neckline. That is a golden rule here. That's not supposed to happen. This is something else. So I've eliminated the head and shoulder on silver. It is a sideways trading range like gold. I'm going to see what happens. Platinum. We got extremely overbought. I talked about yellow. Don't run after a market that's yellow. We've corrected the overbought condition by slipping down for a couple of days. There could very well be a little bit more downside potential here, but the trend is up, and I would prefer buying on a break. Don't have a real good handle at the moment on where. So bullish reservedly at the moment, looking to buy a dip. Next chart, live cattle. We had a sell signal. It worked for about a day or so. A little bit of profit involved in that, not much, but it's slowly starting to get stronger again. It's taking too long, too strong. I'm going neutral again. I doubt that bearish engulfing a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago, is going to end up working. There's still a chance, but I don't like this rally. Next, high grade copper, getting oversold for a few days in the area of support, and it is starting to reverse. We've got a lowest low for today for the last couple of weeks, but it's now higher on the day, and it looks like it's going to close higher for a potential reversal. If it gets higher than yesterday's high, I will have a green bullish ER buy signal officially. Right now, it's close to making a buy signal, but not quite. Next chart, soybeans oversold. Looking for a buy signal for a rally. Next chart, bean oil, same thing, oversold, looking for a little buy signal for a rally. Trend is down though. Rally probably won't go very far. Next, corn. 3 days ago, we got a sell signal. It's worked great so far. First day, ER1 profitable, more profit the second day. Yesterday, the third day, more profit, and today, even more. Corn looking really good, down a lot. I'm not sure. Is that limit down? It could even be limit down. I'm not sure. The low is 582, and we're currently 582 and a tick. So it's either close to it or maybe. And that's 20 cents below. That could be limit down. Sorry, I've forgotten what the limit is in corn at the moment. Anyway, our sell signal worked fantastically, and now we're oversold. Now I'm looking for reasons to take profits. Next chart, wheat. Getting oversold again. Looking for a rally, but the trend is definitely down. Next chart. Oversold again on soybean meal. Should have a bounce here. Almost all these grains real soon. Next chart. Hogs. We had a buy signal just Friday of last week. We got long ER1 always, and ER3 also got long the next day. We've had only one down day since. At the moment, we're a little tiny bit lower than yesterday's close, but today does have a higher high since the buy signal. It's working just fine. Next chart, OJ. Trend is up. Maybe we're going to get a little more correction. Maybe we'll get oversold. Looking for reasons to be a buyer. Next chart, cocoa, same commentary. Next chart, sugar, way, way overbought. Don't run after this. It's been overbought, unfortunately, for a long time, unusual amount of time. So I'm expecting it to turn down any moment. We do have an outside trading range day. It's an outside up day. Sometimes those are bearish. Maybe this one's going to be. I can't tell. And we're back to the S&P 500, near the high, still very strong, not coming down yet. Check the 1 minute charts and the dailies. Yep, we're still climbing. Still has that extreme overbought condition and still looks like the potential of a blow off top in progress. Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a great day.